That's honey.
All right, what up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tuna Status. We got another episode here. We're gonna keep the consistency and everything going. I appreciate you guys riding along with us and just taking this journey. You've seen the amount of guests that we brought up so far, from the ladies to the guys and everything. You know, honestly, it's pretty dope to catch up with everybody and just see where they are in life. Right now, we got my guy here,
Mina.
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about his journey and, you know, the cars he's owned, how he got into the car scene, how many Benzes he keeps on planning to buy.
It never ends.
Yeah, man, and the journey and where he's at now in life and how things are going. So let's talk about, you know, the beginning. Like, how did you fall into just saying, hey, I want to mess with cars?
So honestly, it started off with my dad. Since I was little, he'd like travel and stuff. So whenever he went abroad for work, he'd come back with like a toy car.
Yeah.
So since then I've been stuck with with it. Then later on, as I grew up, I'd help him fix cars or whatever.
Okay. You remember some of the earlier cars you guys were working on?
Yeah. So when we first moved to America, he was big into American cars. So he had Chevy Luminas, he had like a red Eurosport Z34, whatever it was, and then Cadillac DeVille.
Where did the Euro stuff come from?
Oh, well, the Euro stuff was from when we were in Egypt. So
okay.
My grandfather was big into Mercedes.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I got sucked into that.
Okay.
So then later on, as the years went by, my dad got a Mercedes here, and then since then it was just in my blood.
Okay. So what was the first car you really started modifying and getting into?
It would probably be my Mark 6 GTI.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was my first one. I really got into going to car shows with it. Obviously it looked terrible.
We'll start somewhere.
Yeah, it was bad. It got decals on the side of the door.
Oh my God, dude. So what made you pick up the Mark 6 though?
So I wasn't big into Volkswagen. So prior to that, I had a couple of Jettas and stuff. So when the Mark 6 came out, I wanted something a little bit faster than Jettas.
Yeah.
So I got into the GTI, and then I was more into performance, APR stuff, and all that.
Getting that tune and all
yeah.
that stuff.
So I went to my first big car event was Waterfest. So when I went out there, I was like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Yeah. What was it like back then?
It was wild. It was big. It was a huge show. The whole scene of you go up to a hotel, Volkswagens everywhere. Everyone's cruising the strip. It's kind of like a small H2O, you know.
Yeah. So it was pre-H2O vibes, but
yeah,
it set the tone.
Yeah. So I got sucked into that, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool."
So then what happened to the Mark 6?
So later on, as the years went by, it was full stage 2 APR, and then I got into more the OEM plus look. So I transitioned to that through back then it was the cool thing was throw Mercedes wheels on Volkswagens and Audis.
Yeah, I remember that phase. Yeah. Monoblocks.
Yeah, exactly. I had a set of monoblocks. I had a S600 wheels on it, and then lowered it a little bit. So I went from H&R lowering springs to coilovers.
Okay.
And that's when I started the whole stance thing started, stretch tires and lowering. And stuff.
Yeah. And then
after that I got sucked into the CC, and then immediately bagged it. I remember I ordered bags before I even bought the car home.
Dude, so I remember the car just being present in the scene, and I was just like, this is a big ass sedan, bro.
Yeah, it's a Bolt.
Yeah,
or a
man.
Volkswagen too.
So the CC drops. When did you find out about it? And we was like, yo, I want to get one.
So originally, being a Mercedes guy, I wanted a CLS, but then CLSs were so expensive. But I liked that when it first came out, that coupe style 4-door. So I wasn't a huge fan of the first generation CCs. And then the second gen came out, they changed the taillights, headlights, and I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So went after that. Even when I bought it brand new, it was a manual. Everyone was like, well, dude, this is a big car. Why you want a manual? Even Volkswagen was like, oh, we recommend you get an automatic, get more features like the sunroof and stuff. I was like, I was like, nah, I'm coming from a GTI that was like stick, going fast. So,
And they was like, yo, you want a CC to go fast?
well, yeah, so they were looking at me like, what's wrong with this kid? Yeah. But whatever, bro. So, yeah. So
and then I'm pretty sure if they knew what you had planned for the car, they would definitely would have been like, yo, what's wrong with this kid?
Yeah, he's gone. But thankfully, most of the parts I had on the GTI actually went on the CC.
No shit. Because I was just about to ask that. What's it like trying to even find parts for that car? Because when you think of that car, you're not thinking about like, it's going to get bagged and this and that.
Oh, no.
So, wow. So you're able to cross-platform and use a lot of the parts?
Yeah, so most parts I was able to use like the intake from APR was because it's the same motor, TSI 2.0. So the intake stuff worked, even the front mount.
No shit.
Yeah, it was actually hidden because it was behind the grill. Like the blow-off valve, the spacer, whatever it was, that swapped over. And other than that, even the wheels too. I had the wheels on it for a little bit, but.
So then you were active in the scene because that's when I started seeing, the CC popping up in photos and, things like that, and the spaceship.
Yeah.
I remember that. And so like now you're meeting people in the scene and things like that. What was that like? What was some of the earlier events you were going to, like local meets?
So I think back then I was starting to get into more like closer like the Beast Coast meets, especially the shipyard ones.
Yeah.
So I started pulling up to there, and the cool thing about the CC then was that it just that new design just came out, so you don't see them. So I was one of the first ones to like immediately bag it, throw wheels on it, and started even like the shaved trunk. Like people were like, at first they're like, "Yo, this looks so whack, like a shaved trunk on a CC."
Yeah.
But later on, it kind of grew on other cars. But yeah, I would say like Beast Coast, even like Tuner Status. I think that's where we started meeting and stuff, and it just went from there.
Yeah, man. With Tuner Status, I remember we was all over like the low meets. I was just like, damn, this is actually probably one of the closer meets for me. Because dude, we used to have you trekking, bro.
Bro, I drove that thing everywhere.
Going to Hull I was like, Jesus Christ.
Especially in like after work or like rush hour, I'd be like 2-hour drive at least.
Like, yo, I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah.
So it's like I remember seeing you and like Davis at like the Lynn meets in Mass Vapors.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you guys are early. And it's like, bro, we had to leave early because we weren't trying to get caught in that. And also the BK meets.
Yeah, in Chelmsford,
Yeah, those are lit, dude. Stuff. Yeah, man. Freaking shout out to guys from Mass Appeal, wherever they are right now and whatever they're doing. That was an era right there in itself. So that was dope. So you had the CC. What shows were you going to besides the meets at that time?
So I was going to backtrack a little bit from the Mark 6 after Waterfest and all that. I was still in college, so it was kind of tough to go to H2O. But I would go to Bureaucracy in Montreal. So that was like another big show I would go to.
I've never been, bro, and I want to go. So
the best. Even till this day, it's like the best show. Like it hasn't changed from. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
So take me into it. All right, so you load up the car, you're driving, you go into Bureaucracy. What's that like?
So yeah, you just load up. It's not even a far drive because it's just going up to Montreal, and it's just always a cool, chill vibe. Like the same thing. You pull up to a hotel. Cars everywhere. Everyone's chilling, hanging out. Usually we go out to Montreal at night to the clubs and all that's fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then you come back and it's like 2 hours and you got to be at the show because.
So it's one of those things that it's like it's more than just a show. Because I remember with TE, it was like we went to Philly, but then we went to the club before.
Yeah, same thing.
And then chilling, and then boom. So it's like it's more than just the show. By the time you hit the show, you're just so exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
So many times I've slept in the car, yo. It's crazy. So
there's one year, I think we got home from the club, and my car was part of top 100, and it had to be there in like an hour and a half. Like I literally came home, slept for like not even an hour, and woke up still kind of buzzed. I was like, we're really going to drive right now?
Yeah. So is it a 2-day event pretty much?
Yeah, so it's Saturday and Sunday usually.
Okay.
It's cool though because it's a mix of everything. So there's drag racing, there's autocross, there's now drifting, burnout competition, limbo, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so they're doing all that stuff.
Yeah, and like you got like the show part, top 100, then you got all the vendors, and it's just there's like so much stuff to see.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing that I like about the Euro community. It's very like that culture is very like tight knit. Like it's not like an everybody has access type thing.
Yeah.
But once you're in, like everybody's just kind of like cool and chill with everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas like the JDM scene, it's more of like a competitive standpoint that I've seen from the outside.
Yeah.
The real competitive side that I seen when it came to the Euro guys is like, I remember when the Mark III and the Mark IV Jetta came out. Everybody was just like, yo, I want to throw a big turbo on there.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden that became the stance car. So it was like, it was a drastic change with that specific chassis and stuff like that. So what is the Euro scene like for you? Like,
honestly, I love it because back when I was looking at my first car, you know, we grew up with Fast and Furious. We grew up with like Need for Speed Underground.
Yeah.
So the big thing for me was like, yo, I need to buy a car body kit.
yeah.
So I was looking at like Integras, Eclipse, like, and then I just got a Mark IV Jetta, like.
Which is completely opposite.
Opposite of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got into like the Volkswagens, it was just everyone was like nice. Like it was
Yeah.
just everyone's chill,
It's just
cool
a vibe.
with it. Yeah, they like we would help each other, and I was always like I always grew towards Euro cars for from Mercedes and stuff. So I just kind of like stuck with it.
Yeah.
But as I grew older, I mean, like, yeah, we went through a phase where, like, Volkswagen kids hated Honda kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the Euro kids hated the JDM kids.
Yeah,
That was, like, a
bro,
big
I know
thing.
what it was like trying to pull the tuna status meets off at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
And the Euro guys were like, yo, we're in Uno's. Why are you in our lot? And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm in my RSX, and I'm like, yo, listen, white flag, let's just chill. How about we kind of just like, and they were just like, for a while, they were just like, nah, you stick to your side because we know how you guys are.
Yeah.
And then once they seen after a couple of our events, they were just like, oh shit, they're able to be pretty lit, but also not like fuck up shit for us.
Yeah.
And then we just started merging. It was all love. So
Yeah, exactly.
it was dope. It was really, they definitely tried to test my gangster, but I was just like, nah, listen, we cool. But, so what was next after the CC? Because man, when you let that go, it was like a weird year because you let the CC go, I let the STI go, Izzy let his Audi go.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it was like everybody's cars were just, I was just like, yo, are we hitting that phase where we're all just leaving cars and growing up, I guess? And then boom, all of us got new cars.
Yeah.
So what was next after the CC?
So I got the C55 AMG. So I've been wanting an AMG for a while. I looked at E55s and then I was like, you know what? I like to be a little different. So I want to be a little bit unique. So I was like, yo, C55s, you don't ever see them around.
No.
And no one ever really like stances them out even. So I ended up finding a decent clean one. So I picked that one up.
That was clean.
Yeah, at the time it was just hit 100K, one owner and all that stuff. It was always garage. So
What was it like working on that car?
bro, it's a nightmare.
What do you mean?
Like it was just like trying to get parts for it. No one makes parts for it.
I know. We talked. I remember when you was like trying to do the bags.
Yeah.
And, the first set of wheels, were they white and gold at first? Or did you get them redone?
So the first wheels I finally was able to get on it were the WCIs, the white ones, white with a polished lip. And that was a nightmare to clear the AMG brakes, even had to had the faces machine bored out. And even then, it didn't ride perfect. Like it was just like kind of like sketchy, and I'm like, yo, this is not gonna work. So ended up selling those, and then like trying to figure out how to bag it. Like any company I hit up, they're like, you trying to do what? Nah, that's not gonna work.
No, my God. Trying to get arms for that car.
Yeah,
I was like,
arms,
bro.
Control arms. I'm like, dude. But little by little, I finally, like F1 fabrication, he was making camber arms and stuff. And I was like, all right, started doing that. Then there was only one set of coilovers, which were by Fortunato.
Yeah.
Had to figure out how to make those pretty low, but then they didn't do Swift springs for it. And I was like, but eventually figured it. Took a little bit, but
yeah. So was he going through with you and your friends or you in shops?
No, it was just me and my friends.
Yeah,
like,
who were you chilling with around that time?
Shout
them out, man.
Well, pretty much the whole same crew, like Dave.
How's Dave doing?
He's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Evo's gone.
I know, dude. Yo, listen, not Evo and Dave. That'd be pretty dope to get Dave up here.
Yeah.
Get Dave up here and tell the story, man, because it was like Dave was here, he was rolling and everything like that, and then he kind of just like growing life, like really just like
life hit him, and he was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And modifying an Evo at that time and then doing what he was doing with that damn Evo was crazy. I remember seeing Dave's car, and then he hit me, and then he sent me a picture of how he got the new manifold on, and I'm like, bro, what are you gonna do if it rains? And he was like, yo, everybody's asking me that question.
Yeah.
So, so you had the C55, And did you want to let it go, or you were just like, you know what, this is more headache than what it's worth. Let me go move on to the next one.
So basically, I got to a point where it was pretty low static. Like I know other guys with C55s that are bagged, and it was lower than them. So it was at a good point where I was like, I'm happy with it. But then I was like, no, I want to go back to bags eventually. Because like driving around here, I was like, I've replaced the front lip so many times. And on that car, it's not cheap, or even trying to find that lip for that car. But so eventually I was like, nah, I want to get something newer and go back to bags.
Okay.
And then that's when I picked up the CLA.
Okay. So what made you grab the CLA now?
So price-wise, for my budget, I was like, still, I don't have money for a CLS. But let me get the baby version.
But we're going to get the baby version, all right? We're going baby steps. We're going to work our way up. We're going to work our way up. You know
it's still that coupe, you know? But also at the same time, I was like, you know what? It's like the GTI of Mercedes. So it's got a 2.0 turbo. It's all-wheel drive, and I can still bag it and still make it somewhat faster.
So now, here comes back the spaceship.
Yeah, so we're bringing back the spaceship now. So I threw the plate on that. I bagged it.
Yeah.
And threw the Alfreds on it just to see how it looked. Mercedes wheels on Mercedes, and then eventually changed that up. And then what wheels did I have on it? Oh, the OZs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I bought 2-piece OZs, then had them refinished, converted 3-piece, stepped up to 19s. That was a nightmare waiting for those, but eventually got them.
Yeah.
And
So now you have the spaceship V2. It's back out. You know, going to events. What events were you really just hitting with that one around that time frame?
So usually I was going to like Bureaucracy. I make sure like Bureaucracy I went to every year since the GTI, since like day one. So I'm pretty cool with all those guys: Jesse, Sergio, Rick. So after that, then I think the CLA was actually the Mercedes back to the C55 was the first time I went to H2O with it. So went down there. Actually, I'm sorry, no, we went with a CC. Okay. The last year of owning it, I went down to H2O. I think it was 2015.
What was that like, mobbing the strip?
Oh, dude, I was like, this is it. Like, this is what everyone's talking about. I finally come down here.
Yeah, man.
But
how long did you stay?
So that's the thing. So we went down on left Tuesday night. We got there Wednesday morning, and of course we get there and they're all talking about this hurricane that's coming through.
I remember that, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, I look at everyone. I'm like Davis and Gary came down. I'm like, bro, we're not leaving. Like, bro, I'm finally here. Yeah, we're gonna tough it up. I remember like we stayed. We had a house with Billy Brown R. He was like, he drove his car, no hood, and then he's like, bro, I'm out of here. I'm like, bro, what? We just got down. He's like, nah, you guys cool. Stay in the house, don't trash it. Make sure you check out on time on Sunday. But I'm going home.
Yeah, I mean, no hood during hurricane, bro. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it.
So he was like, I'm out. I'm not risking it. But we're like, screw it. We're just gonna go for it.
Yeah, bro. It was such a vibe. Like, it's like trying to just describe that shit. We talk about it a lot because it was such an impactful era for our generation having H2O. Unfortunately, some of these youngest guys will never, Gatlinburg is their H2O, but they'll never understand. Like, you're cruising, you're hungry, you go to a restaurant like BK, but there's like freaking 500 cars there.
Oh, anywhere you go, there's cars everywhere.
Then when you wake up in the morning, you're cruising, you're going to freaking Wawa, you're going to get freaking donuts from Fresh and Prune.
Best donuts, yeah.
Million cars there. You're seeing everything from Ferrari, Lambo, right-hand drive Supra, right-hand drive RX-7 to Jettas. Everything that you can imagine is outside. And then you're just chilling, and then also you see freaking 50 dudes in banana suits freaking walking by you. And it's like, yo, what is this place, bro? What is going on, right?
Once it gets dark, it's like all this shit.
All that weird shit, bro, starts happening. You're just like,
you're like, what?
All right, we outside. We're here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have the cars, and you have the friends. So, I mean, what other things do you feel like the car community or just the ownership of having the cars that you have, like what opportunities do you feel like it allowed you to experience in life?
So I met like a lot of great people because of these cars. Like, I didn't think I'd ever, like, to be honest, like, you know, nowadays, like, I don't even barely speak to like high school friends. You know what I mean? Like, the car community is what made me all these friends I have today. Yeah. And on top of that too, like personally, like I tow for the side. Because of cars, I got connected with so many people that people are hitting me up like, yo, bro, I need this car towed to this shop or this, you know. So that helped a lot too.
Yeah.
So to me, like the car community was it was a big part of my life, and it helped me
That's what's
with
up.
everything. So
That's what's up. So now, with the cars, I've always recognized, you know, that you've maintained a balance between looks and performance. Is there a build that you always just like, you know what, I want to make this like fast as fuck?
I always thought about it, but I'm always the type of person that just do like OEM plus stuff. Like I don't usually go crazy, you know, like wide bodies and all that. Just because I know me personally, I get bored of the car.
Yeah.
So like after a couple of years,
Yeah, boy. All right, so we're gonna run through it. How many cars have you had, bro? I'm gonna give you a second.
It's got to be over 20 right now.
Over 20, bro. Over.
At
That's
least over
more
20.
than just getting bored with cars, bro.
Yeah, like the problem is like the dailies. The dailies are like the things you keep. You start doing. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it stock.
Okay. So yeah, right.
Yeah, then week goes
Yeah,
by.
right. Yeah, right. So you know, you've had all those cars. You've had to have a regret on letting a couple go. What's
Oh yeah, definitely.
the one that you were like, shit, I should have kept that?
Honestly, it'd be either my GTI or the CC. Like those are two cars I've kept like I grew into more. I always wonder like if I did keep my GTI, that's probably a car that I probably would have built like more performance with it. And I think that car probably would have been eventually like wide bodies, but also like full out like shape bay and big turbo and all that. But
I mean, you can just buy one that's really clean shell and just chip away at it and be like, you know what, this is my forever car type thing.
yeah,
Like,
I always like that
like
style.
Bergman with this, yeah. So now you have the cars, you're traveling, you're getting acclimated with friends. You're in a few car groups. What's it been like being that involved? Because there's having your car, you're building it, then you chilling with your friends and things like that. But then that next level is now actually being a part of certain car communities. What's that been like for you?
It's been pretty cool because like I'll join ones that they have the same as me. Like they just want to chill. They're not like super like, hey, you know, we got a list of shows.
Yeah.
You got to come to this event, all this. Like, no, I like the chill vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So that's why, like in New Hampshire, I enjoyed 603 from years and years ago.
Yeah.
And it was just the same thing. What I was doing, hanging out with my friends, they were about the same thing. We just hang out, come to my house, my garage, get the cars ready. It's just a chill vibe. So ever since then, that's the kind of style I liked.
Yeah.
And then like as like today, being part of Stance In, they have that same
vibe, backyard
vibe,
vibe,
yeah.
just chilling, just like the grill and say
grill
what's up,
and
bro.
hanging out.
Yeah. So how long you been with the guys at Stanton?
So now it's been since the CLA, so it's been a few years now.
Yeah.
I mean, the AMG right now is not full stand style or anything.
Yeah.
But they're cool with it. Like I even told them from the beginning when I got it, I was like, listen, I don't want to bag it just because I don't want to lose the performance part of it. But I do plan on doing like a track stance kind of thing.
Car's a monster, bro, and I've seen you put that thing at the track, bro. Who gets it? What's it like showing up to the track in that car and people are just like,
yeah, they're just like, what is this thing gonna do?
yeah, and then you hear that fucking car and you're just like, all right, so I'm gonna get cooked, but it's all right. We're gonna take this on the chin. And I'm like, yo, it's all right. I'll take it.
It's crazy because I'll be like last year I went and took it to the track. We pull up next to you was like full blown race car, like Honda, like dude strapped in a jumpsuit, like roll bar, all this stuff, and I'm over here like massage seats on, AC seats.
Holy shit, bro!
And we're just gonna go on green.
Yeah, man.
Like even like the safety guys are asking me like, do you have a helmet? I'm like, yeah, I got a helmet. They're like, what do you think is gonna run? I'm like, I don't know, bro, 14.
Yeah, it's a fucking boat, bro.
Yeah, it's a boat.
It's a yacht.
Like,
it's fast. It's got a big motor, but it's still.
Yeah, I'm like, I
heavy-ass
never
car.
taken this on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the thing runs 11 something. They're like,
yo.
So,
So
like,
did you get the itch? Do you want more power?
yeah, with this car, it's
Yeah.
I'm looking at tune headers and.
Headers, like the car's already loud enough.
Oh no, yeah, it's.
You gonna? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
My goal is to get that car run like 10s, pretty much.
Nice.
I'll be happy with that. That's plenty for me. I don't need anything faster than that. Something I can still drive on the street.
and enjoy it. 'Cause at the end of the day, that gas is.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah, especially nowadays, that's over $5. So.
I know, dude. Well, I lucked out because right down the street, Shell, literally $4.13, bro.
Still, that's
yo,
good.
and Bruins games, fucking 35 cents off.
Oh shit.
Listen, as you get older, you appreciate the finer things in life, like coupons and savings and all that shit. So, but so now we're talking cars and traveling and meeting new friends and being part of these car communities. Now you're watching the transition of the car scene. I mean, we've all been here long enough where we kind of seen the full circle of things. How do you feel about where the car scene's at right now?
I know it's not obviously as like how it used to be.
Yeah.
But I always thought of like it's what you make the best of it, honestly, and it's also what you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
So if you have a good group of friends that have the same mentality, that they just want to chill, hang out. They don't want to they're not pulling up to meets doing burnouts or anything like that. It's just I guess it's just really what you make the best of it, really. And I try to stay with that. Just some days I hope to like influence other like the younger generation to be like, yo, we don't need to act crazy right now. Like we can
just pull up and chill.
Because it's like I'm sure they get annoyed too. Like yo, like you see it all the times now. Like someone will host a meet, but then there's backup locations because they know they're gonna get kicked out. Especially like.
I remember
traveling.
those days.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but I'm not driving to Connecticut or New York.
Yeah.
To wait, you got backup locations? No, we're not doing that, bro.
Yeah, there's like
I'll save my gas.
Yeah, come down to Hartford. There's this meet, but also we got backup because we're gonna get kicked out. Like, bro, I'm not driving 2 hours to get kicked out after 5 minutes.
No, I'm all set. And even if I'm making that trip, I'm gonna eat some food, bro.
Yeah.
At least make it worth my while. So yeah, with like we've all seen the posts with a lot of the older guys complain about the error and the scene and the lengthy posts and stuff like that. And I mean I get it, everybody's entitled to vent. I'm not knocking them, but I think what a lot of people miss at this point is just that energy that used to be within the culture. Before that energy used to be dispersed amongst everybody. So when you went to an event, that event had energy. When you seen the models had that type of energy. But now with social media, that energy has now found a way to be individualized. So it's like instead of going to a show because you wanted to see, this car, now you're seeing that car whenever you want online.
Yeah.
So it kind of kills that energy and that hype you used to have. It's like going to H2O, there was a certain energy and a certain vibe that you wanted. And now that you're seeing that people just doing it on random streets and messing up whatever, it's killing that vibe. So I believe everything's gonna come full circle because it always does. It's just a matter of time of catching it. Granted, by the time it probably comes, I won't be outside like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
But
think so,
for the next phase of guys in the car culture, I hope that they have their own moment and era.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of us, it was good fucking times, bro. For that between 2013, 2014, all the way to 2018, right before COVID, it was a vibe, bro. It really was. How was it for you adjusting through COVID?
Well, being in the medical field, I had to work all the time, so it didn't really change much. But what really affected was, I guess, the summertime, because like we're trying to like travel, go to shows and stuff, and everything just keeps getting canceled.
I didn't know what was gonna happen, bro. Like people were looking at me and DMing me like, "Yo, what's good with Tuna Status?"
Yeah,
and people knew us because we had the season opener literally right in April.
Yeah.
And then we had the Memorial Day Bash right in May. So it was just like they were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Damn!" And I got people who's literally coming from like Virginia and stuff like that, and they're like, "Bro, I don't even know if we can get a hotel room because."
Yeah.
Everything was different. So how did you navigate through, the car culture during COVID? Did you just like take a break, hit the reset button?
I think this was when it first happened. I did take a break, kind of like more focus on the car. I was like, you know what, now I don't have to rush doing stuff to it because at the time I had the CLA. I just recently bagged it. So now I'm like, well, my wheels are still being built. Now I don't have to like rush it or anything. So. Take it slow on it. But I was like upset because I'm like, damn, now I can't go to like Canada. I can't go to Montreal because the border's closed.
I know, dude.
So
I know.
I missed bureaucracy.
And that was the year that you told me about it. I was like, you know what? I'm going. I gotta go.
Yep.
And then boom, that shit happened. I was like, you know what? Maybe it ain't meant to happen.
And what sucked was that was like their anniversary year, 10th year anniversary. So I was like, damn, can't believe we're missing that right now.
I know the bullshit.
But it was all right because like after that, like I focused more on like life stuff too, so I didn't have to like, you know, do that. And then the following summer, well, actually, I don't remember if we went to H2O. I think we still went to H2O.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
I didn't go. I watched y'all, and I was like, "This shit's wild." People were posting in $3,000 tickets for like front lips. I was like, "Yo, I'm glad I stayed my ass at home."
But I remember like we were so sketched up to go because we're like, you know, what do you tell work? Because you're not supposed to be traveling and all this stuff, and we were like so paranoid about like leaving the state because they're like, what if they can track you, like toll passes and stuff?
Dude,
I was
like, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we're kind of like paranoid, but.
So another event I want to ask you about, because you know your cars has always been respected for being among a certain class and tier, and I'm pretty sure you remember this event, First Class Fitment.
Oh my god, that was my favorite.
Yeah. What did it mean when there was that, bro? I didn't go. My son was being born.
Oh.
Literally, like, no, actually, no, it was my daughter. My daughter was being born, and my girl was like, "Nah, you can go, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm not going."
No, yeah, it's your daughter.
She was like, "Nah, I know you were really," because I was talking about, damn, this is gonna be like the last one.
Yeah.
Dude, literally 6 hours later, like my daughter came. I was like, yeah, nah, I would have been pissed. So, did you go to the last one?
Yeah. So last one, the C55 was in it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to be part of. But my first time ever was with the CC.
Okay.
So I couldn't miss that. That was pretty fun.
That was dope, man. Seeing those guys and what they were able to pull together with that event and just the quality, dude.
Yeah.
The quality and the media. It's just crazy seeing, like, now I've talked with a couple guys, like, how that space now is just being
it's just being
ran through, bro.
Yeah,
and it's not to knock, you know, the people out there, but yo, call a spade a spade. It's nuts, bro. Like, seeing how that space that used to be just like you had to wait. And even when you had to wait, like, you weren't, unless you had like a really like really on point car. I was seeing people getting pissed off being rejected left and right, bro.
I remember when I got accepted the first year, I was like, I didn't feel I was worthy enough to go. I'm like, because I was seeing other cars that weren't getting
Look at RWB Porsches and friggin' Lambos and also, I remember the first time I went out there and covered media with LaShawn, and I was just like, bro, how do you get these cars in one lot?
Oh yeah,
and then everybody's just chilling. And then you're like, yo, what the fuck? And then the helicopter's friggin' coming over you, and you got ride-alongs and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this is wild, bro. I guess this is what those next level type events are, bro. So I definitely wanted to see that en masse. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff changed. Like, coming to the tail end of H2O, coming to the tail end of First Class Fitment, bureaucracy got canceled.
Yeah,
it was just a lot like that year, you know, with the scene, and we didn't know how we were going to bounce back out of it. And then all of a sudden the following year came, and then there was just a million shows.
Yeah, everyone was trying to come back out. So.
Yeah, dude. So what was it like bringing back like your car then?
At that point, my wheels were done and everything, so car was starting to be on point. So that year, I remember I traveled a lot. I went out to like TA, like Tuner Revolution event twice, because I went to Philly for the main event, and then we went to, with Stan Sin, we went to the one that was like the
Harrisburg?
No, like the Tuner Evo event that's like pre.
Oh.
I don't know if it was a meet or.
It's like York. It was York, Pennsylvania.
I think so,
yeah. That one. That's a long ass drive too, bro.
I had no idea, bro. So I like everyone was like talking about going, so I'm like, yeah. Like we didn't go to shows last year, so I'm like, dude, this year I was like down. I'm like, bro, I'll travel wherever.
Yeah.
So then they say, yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. It's like, I'm like, it can't be far from Philly, you know?
No.
Nah, it's far.
No, it is far, bro.
Bro, we're driving. I'm like, yo, we're in the middle of nowhere.
The first time I went to that event with with LaShawn, I pulled up. I said, "What up to Jay?" And he was just like, "What are you doing out here, bro?"
Yeah, it's far, bro.
And he was like, He's like, "You drove out here?" And I was just like, "Yeah." He was just like, "Well, what the fuck, bro?" I was just like, "Yeah, what up?" You know?
Yeah, I was like, we just kept driving, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, all right, this is definitely not Philly because it's just a farm.
It's far as hell, bro. But So what else did you end up hitting that year? Just
Yeah, so we did Tuner Evo Philly. So that was my first year to go to Tuner Evo Philly.
how do you feel about the Philly show?
It was really good. I really liked it. I didn't realize how big
Yeah.
like being indoor show, how big it was. I was like, wow.
It's also a long day indoor.
Oh yeah.
You get hungry, you get tired, but I've got it mapped out now. Target's right across the street. I got the hotel room right across the street. Wawa's right across the street. So it's like I got everything set up. So.
Yeah, that's just the thing. So when I saw it was like at that center, we stayed at the hotel like across the street. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because I know how car shows can be long and stuff. So.
Yeah, nobody wants to eat $15 dry ass chicken tenders, bro.
Yeah, for a 4-piece.
I know, it's fucking crazy. Next you know, you spend $100 on chicken tenders throughout the day. You're like, dog, what? So, you had the CLA. Now the CLA is gone.
Yeah.
Now, how did you find the car that you have now?
So I was part of my life where I was changing careers. So I was like, yeah, I really need to be more focused on that right now. So my game plan was to like, you know what, let me buy a car that's fun to drive, that I don't really have to do too much to it.
Yeah.
Especially right away. So I was like, you know what, I enjoyed having an AMG and a V8. So I was like, let's go back to a V8. So I was like, yo, this is it. Like, I sold 2 cars to get the AMG because I was like, yo, I'm dedicated.
I remember, bro, the cars, the wheel posts, all that shit like that. I was just like, what does this dude do? Oh, I know what he's doing.
Yeah. So I was like, this is
when you pull up for the big dog, bro.
Yeah, I was like, bro, we're getting a CLS this time. I'm not wasting time. So I ended up selling the CLA with everything on it. Like the way it sat, I was like, yeah, see you later. And I sold my C300. Yeah, sold the C300, same thing. And I was like searching everywhere, the whole East Coast for this car. And a couple times, 2 or 3 cars sold under me. I was like committed. I found a white one with the red interior in Virginia. It was on a Saturday. I called the sales guy. I'm like, bro, let me know, like send me videos, legit. I'll fly out like Monday. Like,
what spec did you want?
I wanted a white one with the red interior, and it had to be an S, like the S trim package. And then I come across, so I was like, you know what? Then I started like, couldn't find them because it was starting hard to find. I was like, damn, what else can I get? So I looked at Porsche Panameras, but I was like, I want a GTS. So I came across a GTS that was local, went to go check it out. It was on a weekend, they were closed. The CLS was parked next to it. So I was like, damn.
It's a sign.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, stick to the Porsche. So then I come back, I think it was like a Tuesday. I came back Tuesday and the guy's like, yeah, no, the Porsche is sold. I was like, damn. So then I remember my dad was like, well, they have a CLS, like, why don't you go check it out? So I drove it and I was like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. It was between that, and he also had an S63, big body.
Yeah.
But then I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with a big ass car?
It's a big ass car,
like
bro.
it's a boat. But so I was like, no, we'll stick with the CLS. Talk numbers and just made it happen.
So then, that night, you about to go pick it up.
Yep.
You sleep?
No, we were online looking up parts for it.
Yeah, I did the same shit with the M3, bro.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was bad.
Like, you know there was stuff already in the shopping cart.
Like, I'm calling that morning. I'm like, yo, is it ready to pick up yet? And it's like, bro, we got to wash it. Don't wash it. I'll wash it myself, bro.
That's the thing, bro.
Leave it alone. Like,
this dude kept calling. I'm like, he's like, yeah, we're detailing. I'm like, bro, it's fine.
Are the plates on the car yet?
Yeah.
Like, yo, crazy.
And I remember I was like, I just got a new job, so I was doing the whole orientation shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, and I didn't know what time I was going to leave. And like the sales guy's like, yeah, I'm here until 7 o'clock. I'm like, perfect, bro. I'm hauling ass. Like, during my orientation, I was like in Chesterfield, New Hampshire, which is East Bumfuck, like Vermont. And then at the time, I remember I'm like hauling ass to get home just to go pick up this car before they closed. So as soon as he told me, yeah, it's all set, I'm like, dude, I'm in there.
No, that ride home, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. I couldn't believe it. When I was driving home, I was like, damn, I really got this car.
Yo, I sat in the car and I was like, yo.
What's going on here?
This ain't my shit, bro. No way this is my shit.
Yep.
I was like, what? And then I realized how quick gas goes in that car.
Oh, yeah.
That first ride home, I was just like, yo, this is crazy. But I loved it. Also scary as shit, bro. This is when I first put the car in MDM off. Full traction.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And I was just like, nah, this is going right back on. I'm like, we're not doing this. I just bought this. I'm not going to crash it, bro. And I wanted the car for so long.
Yeah.
And then to finally own it, I was like, damn, this is dope. all right, let's rip it apart.
Yeah.
Let's do some stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Like,
so how long before you started tearing into it?
oh, immediately. Like
Yeah.
I had like a list of things in a shopping cart just
Yeah.
waiting, and started just coming.
Did you know Did you know you were gonna end up with the work wheels on it?
No.
What wheels did you really? If you had to get wheels for that car, what wheels did you want to get for it?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough.
I know, cause you're a wheel whore.
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't know. Like, I just wanted something, like, because my game plan was to be a track stance. So I wanted, like, some wheels are gonna look pretty cool. So, and even at work wheels, I was like, are we really gonna throw Japanese wheels on a Euro car?
Dude, I got so much
Yeah.
shit. I got so much shit. And then my spec,
Yeah, yeah.
Bro,
Your spec are wild. So.
yo, I got so much shit. I was just like, yo, hate it or love it, whatever.
Dude,
It's
it
my
looks
car.
fire either way. So
Yeah.
it's like,
But yeah, I caught my whole dude. Somebody like remixed the rules, like some shit like, who puts Japanese wheels on a Euro car? And I was just like, wait, that's my shit. Yo, fuck you, bro. Yeah, I was heated, bro. I seen that shit on TikTok. I was like, yo, these dudes, y'all got that one. But so now you have the car. I mean, and is this just phase one for you, or how much more do you have to go with it?
to be honest, like right now in life, I'm more focused on personal stuff. So the car kind of like gets pushed to the side. Like even I don't even know. Like last year, I think I went to like 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's just right now. It's just more of like getting tuned headers, and pretty much that's it.
Okay. So I know this is the main car. Now, what's the deal with the other ones?
So I do have an old school Benz W124, that green one that everyone's telling me to bag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna get bagged. I know it. I'm holding off because it's like
The car
classic.
is clean. Yo, when I saw that car in person, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's clean.
How much
classic.
you want? How much you want? Yeah. Have you gotten like has anybody ever approached you was like, yo, I want it?
Oh yeah,
Like,
a bunch of times. I keep people even like we at gas stations. Some people be like, "Yo, how old is this thing?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a '94." They're like, "Oh, damn, this thing looks super." And they look into it and they're like, "Yo, this thing's got heated seats."
Yeah, yo, and that's the thing with Euro cars back then, like the older 7 Series and stuff like that. Well before its time, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Between air suspension, like mag ride, heated seats,
Yep.
the phone options, TVs, freaking
auto-
fridge, all this other
The
shit.
auto antenna that comes up. At
Yeah,
the
dude, it's crazy. You know, and that's like one of the cooler cars, like the Toyota Century. Like seeing that car was so technologically advanced for like its time. It was nuts. But that's how a lot of these executive cars were built back in the day, because it wasn't meant for the normal daily driver. It was for that professional coming straight out the airport, going to like some executive meeting stuff. So they had all the bells and whistles. So those cars are dope. So is the CLS it, or are you gonna go?
Oh, after?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get something else.
Yeah, because what I'm waiting to see is Black Edition AMG.
Well, yeah,
That's what I'm waiting. That's
That's
the
the goal.
post I'm waiting. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That's the post I'm waiting for, and I'm
like
like,
a Black Series.
because there's a dude that I can't remember his IG, and I follow him. I just saw him seeing a post, and he has a black one and a silver one.
Oh yeah, I think I might have seen.
Oh my God. I gotta friggin', if I find it, I swear I'll try to put a clip in this video. Yo, this dude, I'm like, bro, you have 2 of them? What the fuck?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Nasty. And the full on fucking race cars. It's crazy. So,
Yeah, my goal is to basically go a little bit higher than the CLS. So definitely another AMG, but
go rare McLaren, friggin'.
I wish.
Bro, that car was there and like disappeared. So, you know, we talked about the phases with the cars and the car scene and everything like that. You know, what phase are you in life right now, bro?
Honestly, just being focused on my career right now.
Yeah.
So I drive trucks, 18-wheelers. So been getting learning that because I'm kind of new into it. So I keep progressing in it.
How's that been with the traveling and all that stuff like that? How's that?
It's pretty good. My schedule is kind of tough because it's like super early mornings, and then after I finish with that, I tow cars and stuff. So like I wake up like 2 or 3 a.m. Don't go to bed until like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and go back out, do it again. So
yeah. So you're in grind mode right now, pretty much.
yeah.
Full on grind mode.
Yeah, I'm like trying to buy a house and stuff. So right now I'm like
That's what's up. That's what's
locked
up.
in with that, grinding left and right. So
I'm waiting for that baby shower text, but you know. Yo, I got 3 people so far. They was like, yo, don't play with me. And boom, they hit me. They was like, dude, fuck you. You jinxed me, bro.
Nah.
You set me up. Like, yo, no, you're not invited now. I'm just like, oh my God. But nah, for real though, congrats to seeing where you're at in life and, you know, and showing stability. The car's looking great. Everything else is looking great. And, you know, we're in a phase in life where it's you don't want to gain separation from your friends, but then obviously real life happens.
Yeah.
But it's good to always reconnect and touch base and everything like that. So having you up here was definitely dope today. More than just the podcast, but just catching up with you as a friend, bro. It's dope. It really is. And I appreciate you coming up here.
No, of course.
You know, so as we come to like wrapping up the pod and things like that, I will generally ask 2 questions to all the guests, you know. The first one being for you, what was, I guess, the best year for you with car scene, life, just everything in general? What was the best year for you?
I'd probably say like 2014, 2015.
Okay.
It was probably a good time.
What was that like?
I think it was like the most of where I didn't have much responsibilities and everything was just chill, laid back. We would set up a lot of cruises to go to different shows, to like New York and Jersey and everywhere. So it was just like a really fun time.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably my favorite year.
You was outside.
Oh yeah, we were outside.
Yeah.
During the week, we're going to meets after work. Like,
bro, we was spent like we was going to like 2 meets during the week, and then weekends was like, yo, we're traveling.
Oh yeah,
was like,
every weekend that summer, it was like we were going somewhere.
If I could look at probably my expenses from that time period, ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. If we look at it now, we're like, bro, we spent that much money.
I could have bought like 4 houses by now, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I'm buying new wheels this season. It's like, why, bro? The old ones work perfectly fine, you know?
And that was the phase where I was a wheel whore, bro. Like just left and right, swapping wheels and stuff. Probably still is.
Yeah. But so now the second question, and like I said, disclaimer, I always tell you guys not to be morbid and anything like that, just to let first-time viewers know. This is one of the questions I ask, you know. At the end of the day, what do you want to be known for, respected for, and acknowledged for by your peers, friends, people in the car scene? Like, what do you want to be acknowledged and respected for?
I feel like I'm the type of person that like I'm always willing to help people all the time. Like doesn't matter if it's cars, anything. So I'm always that type of person. Like I enjoy helping others. So for me, helping someone, it just makes me feel good. Like that's just how I was raised. Like I'm always willing to help everyone. So I guess that's like something to be remembered about.
Okay.
Like I'm the type of person like like you can call me. Doesn't matter what time of the day. You call me, I'm there. No questions asked. Like, you can call me at 2 a.m. and be like, yo, bro, my car broke down. I'm like, all right, bro, where you at? You know
That's
what I mean?
solid. That's solid.
Or you can call me and tell me you need a ride because you got arrested or something, you know?
Hopefully I ain't got to make that phone call, bro. Hopefully I don't.
So,
but you know what? It's good to know I got somebody. You know what I'm saying? But
I think that's what my friends would say, too. Like, whenever they call me, need me, I try to be there, so.
That's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate you for coming by, bro.
Thanks,
Always,
man.
Bro. And where can they find you at? Tell them the socials.
I'm at OhyouFancy AMG on Instagram, and then just Mina on Facebook.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, make sure you give him a follow. Check out his build, and appreciate you guys for chilling out and just watching his story being told. So, to the next time, you guys know the vibe. Stay up, stay blessed. Peace. That's